So hi and welcome to another video, and today we're going to be tearing down the Logitech G403. This is taken from a stream that I did, but I also did a weight reduction and switches, so I'll put those videos in the description. So let's get on with the teardown. Right, let's get the feet off then. So this is, let's say, this has got one of the worst cables. One of the problems I had originally was just how bad this cable is, isn't it? Horrendous. So let's weigh it up. Let's see what we got first in weight. So with the weight in, it's 98 grams, is it? The lowest in the bottom. Doesn't say hero, so I'm assuming it's Prodigy. It's an oldie. It's got to be at least 2 or 3 years old. I bought a new one recently, so they're going to be pretty similar inside. It'll be the same as the 703. The 703 maybe have a bit more like the wireless connectivity and stuff, but the core of it, the shell and stuff, will be identical. I can't see why Logitech would have changed it. So. Right, let's get the skates off. Split them against. I always split Logitech feet. You got like a 2-layer. So you have this initial piece, like, and I always get that. I never go deep enough. Goodbye, feet. You have been savaged. Reckon a gram? Probably a gram these. Nope. So we get this one properly without destroying the skate. I like how Logitech now have started to put like a little nick so you can get easily into the skates. This one came off properly. 2 more screws. No surprise. This is what the look like would be taken off feet. On the other side of the stickiness is, you can see it's damaged it. They'd probably go back on, but I'd use a bit of M3 to tweak it a little bit. So these ones are 0.57, can you see that? Full screws, so you have to take both feet off if you want to swap out for any other well, you're gonna have to take all the feet off if you want to take it apart. You take the circle out. I always fit the circle. This is a bit tricky to get out, so it pulls up, and normally they're hooking at the front, but this bad boy doesn't want to split. Doesn't look that complicated inside this one. Once we pink it open, Logitech definitely make their mice high quality now. In terms of like how they build them, no one compares to them really. Razor's close, but it's a little bit of a love tug. Looks like there's some maybe clips at the front that are slightly gone. Et voila. Logitech always put the main left and right switches higher up. They're never on the PCB, if you've noticed. They're always in like a different, they're on a PCB, but they're always in like a different section. Looks like when you look here, is it 6.0 you're asking? Looks like they're using some on switch full size on this as well, so it looks like we'll be able to change them out. DPI we'll have to see, it's a bit hidden. Not that complicated, this one. Complicated than most mice. Interestingly, got a torque screw here, that's different. Didn't that before, one chunky ass scroll wheel. Scroll wheel is using a micro switch. Little mechanism here to how the scroll wheel sits in is a bit weird. I'm not seeing that. Razer have got something similar on the Viper. It's like a little cradle, you see that? And then the scroll wheel sits within it like a solid piece of rubber. Beast of a scroll wheel. Totally different, not seeing that. Interesting how that works. I can tell this is an old one. These are these older ribbon cable. These are different. I've not seen these before to hold the magnets in. So once that 4 screws are out, you can now ping out the scroll wheel here, which is totally different design. Never seen this one before. Micro switch on one side, which is soldered to the board. And you get the encoder, which again soldered to the board. Maybe we should do a hero. Should do a hero 403 as well. So here's the construction of the scroll wheel. Oh, I thought it was hollow. It's actually clear plastic with this weird rattle cage, and that is one thick scroll wheel. That's got to be the thickest scroll wheel we've seen yet. Maybe no, it's probably actually similar to a final mouse. I've never seen what 10mm diameter. You might find one that old. You have to swap out for that. Weighs 4 grams, 3.97. Scroll wheel cradle, stop it wiggling side to side. Seen something similar on the Viper, but the Viper uses it actually to hold the wheel in. The scroll wheel clips in it, but not on this one. 0.3 gram. Got a screw here, there's quite a few screw here. More screws around this housing for the scroll wheel. LOGITECH, I think the G403 light speed we did the other day had 49 screws. LOGITECH certainly use a lot of screws on. These are the same as what was in the original micro switch, so. Can you upgrade the Raise the Death Adder V2? I don't know, I've got one. I just need to review it and then take it apart. So, it's part of the plan. You probably take some weight out of the Death Adder, no problem. Encoder wise, it's using a Calith 9 black. Looks like a clean 9" or 9mm black by the looks of it. You start changing encoders a bit more. Yeah, it's a 9mm. Calith 9mm. Maybe a bit less than 0.7, but if you ever want to change the encoder, a lot of people seem to be changing the encoders at the minute. Not on the 403, just in general. So to power cord this, you have to basically, if you want to put a power cord in this, you have to strip all this out because it goes underneath this PCB here. So you have to take out the front scroll wheel. So you have to do quite a bit of work to swap the power cord in there. This ain't going to be an easy one.
What's there left to say?
There's a PCB, you've got the micro switch for the scroll wheel, and then it's a Calith encoder. Even what sensor this has got, it's running a 3366 like DM, but I can't tell. So it's 47.27 mils across. If people are looking to transfer it, I doubt you are, but everyone likes to know modders love to know the PCB sizes. I don't know why. Guess to swap them in and out of mice. True Logitech style, it's nice and stiff here. So it looks like on the side buttons are screwed in here. Yeah, these are quite nice on the G405. I quite like the pressing on this. I wouldn't hate them. Decent switch, full size switch. Definitely change these out. Looks like you have to take out these side buttons here before you can pull out the actual physical side button. So I've took out two of the top screws. This is probably a bit more complicated than I thought. There's a lot of wires running in this, that's for sure. This one's got a little bit of like metal on the side here to hold them down, so it's screwed, and then it's got like a piece to stop them screwed being pushed past basically. We've got the weird torque screw. It's the first time I've seen him use a torque screw. I'm guessing it's just going to pull away, and the side button scroll wheel, the left and right behind here, they are 20 million ROMs on the front. Okay, there's a screw down here. Maybe that's it. I think found the problem. So there was a screw down this side here, which was tight to get on the switch side, and then there's one right in between, right down this hole. Careful when you don't do what I did there and damage the rubber on your mouse. Damage it slightly like that. You get more screws, so here's the screws for the switches, so if you snap your switch, you're going to have to do all of that. Probably not the PCB bit, but most of it, and then you have to be able to get to your new switch here, your new button. I've always liked the concurved G403 buttons. More like just at the bottom here, they feel nice. So there's another two screws here, obviously. Oh man, I just pinged that. Could have broken that ribbon cable. Little cream piece that pinged off. Take this board out. Oh, I think it's a full-size switch under this. This is interesting. They've got like this extended leg part here, but not on this side on this G403. It's different. Unless I ripped it off. Okay, I see. Totally different. So what they got it here, it's on like the side here. You see that? You got this leg piece here, this one, and this one's on the side. So it hooks into it. Different. Normally they're like symmetrical. Not got much left of this now. A little bit tricky to take apart. There's screws inside this bit. There's a few screws at here. There's one here you can get to. But how do we get this out? I don't know. Oh, you remember now you put this together. So that's why we can't get this one out. There's one screw here which is holding in this guy button. There's one hidden. Right, we said it's Khalif Black. I'm not even sure I've seen a Khalif Black before. Interesting. So there is the spider's web of switches, PCBs. As you can see here, we've got Omron, Khalif, and Omron. You guys find Khalif's no markings. It's just a Khalif Black, and it's got there's a number. It's RJ12ZA. While I remember, we need to put back on the ribbon clip that pinged off. So the only thing left in the shell is the side buttons now. And there is the G403 taken apart.